welcome back to my YouTube channel. Or if it's your first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. So, today we're gonna have very nice conversations, very good conversations, because I have an amazing person with us here. And I'll just let her introduce herself. Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Naomi Chelamhango. What else do you need to know about me?
I don't know. What else? Anything. The first thing that comes to mind.
How old am I? I'm 28. I am a doctor by profession and I am a wife. Yeah.
Nice. So welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being on my channel. And yeah, so we're gonna be talking about singleness and marriage.
Yeah.
So she's married. You've been married for how long?
1 year and a few months.
Yeah. And I'm single. And we're just gonna have conversations from both sides, yeah? The married side and the single side, but mainly to be me asking her about some expectations I had, some things that we've heard as single people that if she can answer, she will. If she can't, we'll have her back after 4 or 5 years of marriage and she'll be like, okay, now I have the answer to that question.
Yes.
Yeah, so are you ready to get into it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, the first thing that I have is that your relationship with your friends, especially your girlfriends, changes when you're married.
Well. Okay, so personally, I had friends before I got married, and I still have my friends now. Okay, and I think I've also heard people say things like, once you get married, you forget about your single friends because there's nothing they can tell you about marriage. I honestly don't think that is true. And what I have done is I've continued to cultivate the friendships I have with some of my friends that are still single. But I've allowed myself to also have friends who are married. Because the truth is, there's certain things they will understand more because they're in it. So if I have to talk to them about certain things, obviously with caution, I know what to talk to them about and what I keep for my marriage between me and my husband. So I think you have to create a balance. I don't think it's true that you have to just throw all your single friends. I mean, why? Why would you have to do that? And especially when you go for those traditional teachings. Lord have mercy.
They can't be hanging out with these people anymore because so now you have to just move on. You're in a different stage.
But it just doesn't make sense. Like, you've had this best friend, for example, for 11 years and you ditch them because you're married? That's insane. So... no.
So just the dynamic of the relationship that changes. It's not the same as it was. Still the same?
I don't know. What would you think would be different about it?
Well, maybe the amount of time you spend with them.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Thing.
If you look at it in that sense, yeah. But then I still hold. I don't know how to explain it, but the level of friendship is
still the same.
Yeah, it's still good. I can still be vulnerable with them because I'm still an individual. I'm still a person. Apart from my husband.
Apart from your husband.
So.
Okay. But also, I kind of feel like it also is a two-way thing. Like even them understanding, like, okay, where you are now. Like even in the example I gave, like not being able to spend the
as
same
much
amount of time or share like everything with them, they also have to be in a place of understanding.
So that's where communication comes. The fact is, I don't spend as much time that I did with my single friends. I don't, and it's just a matter of communication and being intentional. When do we chill? I'm sorry, I can't do sleepovers because I have to be with my husband, and that's a boundary my husband and I have put. So you just have to communicate, and if you are friends, you know it's coming from a good place. Unless you know your friend is shady, but I don't know why you would be friends. You know what I mean? So you have to communicate. I think that's the
and friendships
thing.
do evolve over time. Like it won't look the same every, like the way we were when we were in university or now, like they just change. Okay. I like that. Okay, so this one's more on a lighter note, and I think I already said this to you, but we'll say it for the camera, that I as a wife, or you as a wife, whenever I'm a wife, would have to cook every day.
So I hope none of my relatives are watching.
In-laws.
Hey, I hope none of them is. But anyway, I think that different things work differently for different couples. So what would work for me may not work for you. Or it can work for you. What works for me can work for you. But I think that when I look at myself, where I came from, the firstborn, I cooked every single day. If I'm on holiday, I'm literally the deputy parent. I cook every single day. And after getting married, knowing so well that I'm not a morning person, I'm very happy that I'm married to a man that recognizes that. He will wake up early, he will make me breakfast, and in turn, because I know he's very sluggish at night, I will cook dinner. So we work like that. And we don't cook every day because we plan. Sometimes we have like leftovers that we cook because we're not going to waste that food. We have leftovers, or maybe we have date night when we're feeling lazy. We have like a little bit of date night and we'll just order, or we're going to go out and eat. So it really depends what works for you guys. I know there's women that, okay, I can't remember. She's come from work, 17 hours, she's tired, and she's going to go home and start cooking from scratch. Nothing is even defrosted. I don't get that. I don't.
Yeah, I was actually having a conversation with somebody very close to me, and she was talking about this show that she watched where like there's an elderly man and the younger ones, and the man was so like, when he was like, okay, how do you do like food in your home? And one says, no, we take turns. So you're telling me you even have a date to He couldn't believe it. But you know, I think now, and for me, that's something that I'm really like renewing my mind on. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it's perfectly fine. Yes.
What? Okay, I don't know. Like, where do people get this thing that a man can cook? That ish man. Like, when he's living alone, he's cooking, or maybe they all have maids. That's a lie.
Yeah, that's a lie. And it's a life skill. Like, to live, you need to cook.
Because then what happens when, for example, if you're sick, who's going to do the cooking? He's your partner. You know what I mean? If, for example, you had just had a C-section and you can't find yourself in the kitchen to cook, or even if it's not a C-section, you've just given birth. I feel like we are partners. So I feel like you have to help each other, work together.
I like how you use the word partners, because that's the next one of the things that I have. I like one of the things that I've heard, or this one is actually an expectation, is that marriage is like a partnership. So like, when it comes to, I don't know, roles, I don't know if they're defined roles, like, you know, the woman does this, the man does that, not just cooking, but just everything else. Or it's more like a partnership, like the person who's able to do it will do it, like, you know. Is that...
I think that's the right way to put it. But what I would add to that is people are different. Certain cultures have different expectations. So there's certain cultures where they don't expect a woman to have anything to do with money. So all finances in the house have to be done by a man. That's what certain cultures expect. But what I've come to understand, and in our 5-minute marriage,
it's a lot, actually.
It's been quite a beautiful ride. It's interesting. But I feel like you have to understand who you are and who your partner is. What are you good at, and what is your partner good at? There's no reason to give a man who's not very good with money the role of dealing with finances in the family. You know what I mean? And I feel like it would be wise to entrust the wife who's good with money. For example, I love fine life. I love to spend.
You and me both.
You know what I mean? So it would be very dumb for my husband to let me handle all the funds. So we have agreed that certain things, I will handle this money, he will handle this other money. I can't handle all of it. Trust me, we'll have a new car. I'm telling you, like. So I feel like it depends on who the person is. That's how you divide roles. I don't think they're just set on because you're a woman. This is your role. Because you're a man. This is what you should do. No.
And you know, the thought just came to mind whilst you were talking. Like, I feel like, okay, I don't know much about marriage, but like when I think about it, I feel like that's where like problems can even arise from. Because like you all you know is that I have to do this, but you're not capable. Maybe you're not even capable of doing those things. But because these roles have been given to you as a woman, I have to do it. Now we start being angry. We don't understand why we're frustrated. So it's just about figuring out who you are, who in the context of marriage, and what works for you guys. I love that. I love it, guys. Okay, the next one is that the first year of marriage is the hardest. I've heard that many places.
I feel like people have different interpretations of what their first year has been, but something that really changed our view with me and my husband was one of my friends. She's like an older sister to me, Mayase. She said something that was very eye-opening. She said, They had a beautiful first year of marriage, and she told me what helped them is communication. And obviously she broke it down for me, and she told me, okay, this is how we've been doing our communication and all that jazz. And she was explaining how when there's a break in communication, there's a break in everything. Like it spills into every area of your marriage when you have a break in communication. So she helped me understand that, and also premarital church really helped. And we were able to tell that, you know what, because I am different and he's different, we're coming together, we're going to clash at some point, we're totally different people, but we communicate and find center ground. So I feel like that's what helped our marriage in our first year.
So
to
how
be
was
amazing.
your first year?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
With obviously with tension, because we are different people and we did clash, but it's not one of those I don't want to live with you anymore type of a thing. You know, it's okay, so we clash here, how do we find a place for both of us to live?
So you can say that your first year of marriage was great.
It was beautiful. It's still beautiful.
You heard it here, guys. The first year of marriage isn't always hard.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is that the first night is magical.
Lies.
It's not true.
Lies. So, first of all, I don't know. I think, guys, Disney has killed it.
It has.
Everything else has killed it. I feel like, can you imagine coming from a place where, let me say it this way. I'm sure it's very different for people that have been celibate or got married and were virgins. I feel like it's very different because if you haven't experienced it outside of marriage, obviously you don't know exactly what to do. You've heard, you've read, maybe you've seen whatever, but you don't necessarily know how to do it. So the expectation that it's just going to be magic, how is that going? And remember, it's also two people coming together. You have to learn. I'm not like every other woman. My husband is not like every other man. So what maybe for other women, they walk into the house with petals and everything. No, that's not going to work for me. For me, it starts,
in the mind.
Yes. So I don't think that there should be that expectation. I know there's people who experience that. I know there's people who their first night is just this magic, but
there's fireworks everywhere.
It's not everyone. It's not everyone.
Wow.
No,
Okay, so it's okay to wait. So do you think we should have the expectation that the first night will be magical, or we just be like, no, it's an either or? Like it could go right, it could go wrong, or maybe it's best to go into everything with a good best expectation.
Obviously, you would want it to go well, but I think that's the importance of also having conversations around sex and intimacy before you get married. Because if, for example, your husband to be knows your love language, he can play with that. You know what I mean? Like if it's quality time and all that, just obviously if it's, for me, I'm a sapiosexual, and I've told my husband so many times, I love to be worked in I need you to chat with me, text me, and you know what I mean? So it becomes easier after that. Not you at the wedding the whole day, you just get and you just expect it's magic. No, I think go in thinking this is going to be great, but then at the same time, you should probably have the conversation prior. What if the first night is not great? Then what? Obviously work on it, but then what? You know what I mean?
Doesn't cancel out the whole marriage. That you lose yourself and lean more into being a wife. So Naomi is like, she's no longer, she's more of this role as a wife. And you, now what about the things that you loved before that, who you were before that?
Oh, I feel like there's so much to that. So it depends. So I think that if you know yourself well prior to getting married, it's easier for you to keep that in check. The fact is, it's a change, it's a shift. So it's very, very possible for you to lose yourself. But I think it matters if you're able to catch that, or if you have people around you who can help you catch that and shift back. Because I did notice myself like moving away from who I am, because I got so used to being independent. I lived on my own or with a housemate for a very long time. So getting to live with this new human being, I know I love him, but getting to live with him was something different. And at some point I found myself being more of a wife than I was just now. So now having to learn how to make that work. Ooh. Yeah, I think you just have to be very conscious about it. Yeah, it can happen.
I like it. So the more you know who you are, you know when you're moving away from who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah, and even just knowing the things that help you stay grounded. I think that's also very important.
Exactly.
The things that you need to make sure that you're still, being who you are.
But at the same time, I feel like it's hard for people who are people pleasers. Because for you as a people pleaser, you are thinking, okay, this is what my husband wants. I'll always do ABC, forgetting what works for you, forgetting what you love to do. So if you like your certain type of self-care, even start forgetting about that just because your husband wants to go and watch soccer or whatever. Nah. So I guess those have to be cautious. I had to be cautious because I was a people pleaser, like a really, really big people pleaser.
So you don't have to throw yourself away in marriage. You still get to be you. Yeah. I've heard Mpomi say that, for her marriage to work first, she has to take care of her so that she can be better for her husband. Even like for the kids. First it's her, then she takes care of her marriage, then that's when the kids fall in place. So it's like never let go of yourself just for Am I correct when I'm saying that?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. I think this last one, because one thing that I hate the most is saying bye, like when you have to go talk on home, so bye. But how is spending time together in marriage? Is it like, because it's different when you're dating, because like you don't get to see each other overnight and everything. Like it's like we meet and then we go. But now like you're together like all the time. Do you still have that like endless amount of time together? Do you get bothered by each other?
Well, so my husband and I are introverts, so we get a lot of energy from being alone and having time to reset. So we spend time a lot together, but sometimes I just need to be alone. Like I could just be in the bedroom spending time on my own, or maybe I'll just go and buy groceries on my own. So we spend a lot of time together, but I still need time to reset. And I think that if you always spend time with someone, it's easy for you to lose a sense of self. Yeah, because you're not allowing yourself to express yourself more. I don't know if you get what I mean.
I understand.
So I don't know if there's people that are too clingy that they spend so much time together, but I can't do that.
You can't do that. Yeah.
I need some space.
Yeah. I guess it goes back to knowing who you are and what you like, and okay, I feel that. So those are all the questions I had. I think it was a very interesting conversation. I've learned a lot, and I'm so glad that we had the conversation. So thank you so much for coming on my channel. I hope this won't be the last time, because I love talking to you. I think it's really good. Yeah. So make sure to subscribe to her channel. What's the name?
Naomi Muhango.
Okay. Yes, there we go. We'll put it down here so that you can see. Go and subscribe. She's got amazing content, and do leave us a comment in the comment section. Tell us what your favorite part was. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't agree with. Let's have conversations around these things. And till the next time. Bye.